is crazy when a man gains responsibility in his life, and I'm talking about a wife, a kids, and family, something strange happens. Literally, they will stop asking how he feels, and everything is about what he does. He becomes the provider, the protector, the solution, the fixer, the one that everybody leans on. And slowly, without anybody realizing it, he becomes invisible. Nobody checks on him. They don't ask if he's tired, if he's struggling, if he's overwhelmed. Everybody just assumes that he has it all handled. His value is tied to what he provides. It's not about who he is, how he feels, and what he needs. The sad part is the moment he slows down, says that he is tired, cannot do what he used to do, all of a sudden everybody is noticing him. But not to support him, but literally to ask questions, to judge him, and to criticize, and to remind him of what he used to do. Unfortunately, men do not disappear. They literally get buried under responsibility. And a man who is never seen eventually starts to feel alone in a room full of people that he loves.
Pretty much nailed this. And this is the experience with a lot of married men here in the West, and why marriage today is going to continue to decline, because the men are not getting any type of fair exchange. Men in general, when they are committed to a woman or they're in love with a woman, will pour their heart and soul into their household, into their family. They'll put their happiness last, take care of that woman, provide them. They take their vows seriously. They take relationships seriously. And most men are loyal and committed, and society holds them to these standards. But when you're dealing with an environment that focuses everything on women and what women need in life and relationship, because we live in a gynocentric environment, men themselves quietly just step back and they recognize that there's no fair exchange. The juice is not worth the squeeze. The social contract is gone. So you see women on the internet all the time talking about they want men to be paying all their bills and men to be doing this and men to be. You ask them what a real man is all about everything that benefits them or other people. You ask them what a man's supposed to receive in return. Now you're a misogynist. Now you're a male hater. You have this, a woman hater. But you have the Scott Galloways and everybody of the world and all these panda bears and simps talking about what women deserve and what men should be doing. Have a conversation about what men should be getting out of a relationship, how men should be treating, having empathy for men, treating men with kindness. And I look at all these movements, passport bros, red pills, manosphere, all these things are symptoms of a greater virus or epidemic in society, which is a lack of empathy, care, and compassion for men. You're basically looking at walking zombies and slaves in many of these marriages. Dudes the sex is gone, the affection is gone, no empathy or care. Dude gets sick and barely anybody want to take care of him or look out for him. You're basically, this is why I say men have to humanize themselves. And you never lose that new box look in your eyes. You take care of your health, go to the gym, work out. You got to humanize yourself and demand respect from this world. And again, nobody takes care of you like you. That doesn't mean you this is a total selfish bastard, but you have to do things for yourself. And it's not coming from the society. It's not coming from the people around you. It's going to come from you, the man in the mirror. Our solution to your problems is you. And people do to you what they can get away with. So it comes down to you. If you allow that bullshit, if you allow somebody to treat you like a disposable tampon, they will do it. And they will focus everything about their happiness. So most relationships you see today, not all, salute to you brothers that are successfully married, is some dude being tagged along by his queen, hierarchy queen, because it's a one-sided relationship. He's invested financially, he's invested emotionally. It's cheaper to keep her. Happy wife, happy life, treadmill of happiness, because he has to keep trying to keep the peace to get that, maybe some marital pre-owned, that he gets a servant of some level of decency, of some, maybe he has to pander and whatever else he's doing in his relationship. Because many times these women married a guy that wouldn't marry when they were 21 years old, and he gets totally obliterated. His self-esteem is in the pits. That's why some of these guys, you see some of these guys that are cucked, don't try to save them. They'll turn on you and that displaced aggression, and they'll bite a piece of your ass off. You can't save them dudes. You got to let them crash out in peace. And then hopefully you can, pull them out the pond after they've, went down. You can like kind of get them, pull them out the pond and drive them, bring them to safety, because their whole self-esteem has been crashed and destroyed. It's hard to help these dudes, man. They have a scarcity mindset. They've been beaten down so much by the women around the system, and they have no one to really talk to, because everything in this society, because it's a gynocentric environment, is going to be reversed back to you. That's why men suffer in silence. The men around are going to shame you, disrespect you. Probably you dude down the street want to pound out your girl looking at you. Probably one of your friends want to pound out. These guys are treasonous, many of them. So they're looking for your failure. And that you can't say anything to them. Because, again, they're going to take her side. Just the coalition of this matriarchal culture, especially in the black community. And in the white community, you see, dudes can't even say anything. Because the society itself is geared towards, if something goes wrong, anything that's wrong in that relationship is your fault. You got the liability, responsibility as a man. Protection, provision, security. Now you're responsible for happiness. And nobody can be responsible for an individual's happiness. Happiness is a personal thing. An unhappy person or a person that has issues, that's a personal problem. But they'll make it your problem. And at the end of the day, it's a system that holds men absolutely accountable legally, morally, socially, and that woman has the freedom to be and do whatever she wants. And all your obligations towards her is enforceable in the court of law. That's why a lot of guys like, hey, it's a bad deal, Now, if you're lucky to be with the 5 or 10% women, knock yourself out. Congratulations. See, people think that I'm this marriage type. I'm not anti-marriage. I'm anti-secular marriage. I am pro-happiness, anti-torture. So married single has no realm in my world. I'm just pro-winning, anti-losing. If you out here and you married and you happy and you're not getting, the death of 1,000 cuts, salute to you. You single, you winning, salute to you too. So I look at winning versus losing. I don't really process relationship versus non-relationship. Those things are irrelevant in my world. Winning and losing is what I look at in life. Are you getting value? And again, we got to get back to this stuff. And when you guys are vetting women, look for empathy. If you're dealing with a totally selfish, self-centered, just delusional, crazy, woe is me, everything's about me, a lack of compassion for waiting staff, people that serve her, she doesn't take any accountability for anything that's happened in past relationships. Everything is a man's fault. Everything is about her. Me. She doesn't initiate things. Kindness. Again, women have to be better. They always talk about men being better, the Scott Galloways of the world, but no, women have to be better. They have to have better character. You don't qualify for a marriage or long-term relationship because you have female biology. I mean, only simps, the people, the simps and low guys with low self-esteem take women just on face value for their physical, paralysis, without any type of value that they bring and add. A relationship should make your life better. If it doesn't make your life better, then you're operating with a load. And that's why, again, I don't go after any of these brothers, like a brother in the passport movement or any of these brothers. Well, whatever it is. You can't be talking about the women, then shaming the men for going somewhere else to try and find better women. Even though, in my opinion, I think the virus of feminism, modernism, and social media has spread globally. You look at the brothers in South Korea, they're catching hell. They have just totally abandoned those dudes is gangster. They're like kick rocks. They be all out and loud, all over the place. If you travel around the world, you'll see that a lot of those dudes, the Chinese dudes, the South Korea dudes, them dudes is on some alpha shit. That's why I crowned them Men of the Year. That dude was asking the chick in the marriage market in Chengdu province in China for 200,000 yuan for his hand in marriage. Salute to that dude. They're gangster out here. They ain't trying to be giving up, signing up for no torture or whatever else. And that's what you have. And I replaced the word marriage with leverage. A woman wants to be leveraged to you. I don't even use marriage anymore. I use leverage. Because what it really is for most modern women that have been raised to be strong, independent feminism is about the idea of they can rest quietly in their mediocrity and use the system and the state to leverage themselves above you and have power over you. So they can just do all kinds of crap in that relationship, and you can't just get rid of them like that. So because they have leverage to the state, they have no desire to offer fair exchange or to take care of that which takes care of them. It's about a relationship that's all about them. Really. I'm going to make a video about that, replacing the word marriage with leverage. Because, they would have been married in their early 20s if they really were interested in being married. Now it's like after 30 or 30 years old, and they sure have enjoyed themselves out here. Ain't nobody no angels out here. I guess most of us have enjoyed ourselves. But anyhow, let's move on from there, brothers. Again, salute to this sister for giving an honest, subjective opinion. But again, women have to be better. You have to offer value in relationships for men to be interested. Not just pre-owned boxes, it's all over here. And I think right now we're going to end up in an epidemic of prostitution with inflation the way it is and the economy going the way it is and dudes. And I guess they're doing it now. All these dating and relationship requirements for money and resources and all these panda bears telling women that men should be texting them cash apps and all this shit. We're in prostitution reality right now. So, what are we going to do? It ain't changing. Delusion is just visions of grandeur and delusion is just on the internet everywhere. Men have to adapt. Download the new men's program. You have to adapt to the world around you. Nothing's changing. But peace and blessings to you guys. Again, I'm going to hit the gym and get my workout for this morning. We got a snowstorm coming into the area. I got to go to the grocery store. But anyhow, gentlemen, nobody takes care of you like you. Peace and blessings to you guys. Take it easy. Make sure you hit the like button. Likes are free. I'm out.